It's the IMO pod with 3 young kings, Sukali, DT and Uzi on this. In my opinion, we're the pod of the year. We mix the banter with the edutainment. Sukali, you know, be the girl them sugar. Don't talk DT, designate driver. Tumichi Susa, Uzi takes it too far. You never know how far you can go if you don't try. We and them boys, we're not cohesive. Money.
You know, I'm very strict on my dieting. I diet a lot. And I know it's probably not good, but I waist train a lot.
What is it? Because I see them overdoing it, but what does it actually do, this waist thing?
So the waist trainer, basically, when I did it, because I was so big, I planned to lose weight. So then obviously when you're losing weight, your waist is going to shape into the size of the waist trainer. Because obviously it's contouring your waist.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, so it's contouring your waist, and then when you're losing weight, your body takes shape of the waist trainer. Yeah, and it's just, a lot of the time I say to women, it's the things we eat as well, you know? Like sugar is bad. I feel a lot of people seem to think like, oh, it's like fat, but really sugar is really hard to lose. And sugar goes in all the places that makes it hard to lose, you know? And already when you're, you know, carrying a child, all that weight, a lot of it goes around your stomach. And sugar loves to sit around your stomach, you know? So there's just little things I feel like we can do to help us. But in terms of snapping back, it's difficult.
What of the women that train while pregnant? What do you think of them? Because sometimes it gives me anxiety a little bit.
Me too.
See them in a gym and they're overlifting. Is that safe?
It's very possible. You can do it. It's very safe.
Did you
Especially,
do that?
I did it with my fourth. My fourth, but only because I was already training before. But it was just little things, like I wasn't doing, like, you know, sometimes you see on Instagram, you see women like doing weightlifting and stuff like that. Kudos to them.
Literally, my heart is in my mouth.
No, kudos to them. They are amazing. But a woman's body is so amazing. Like we don't even, like, there's so many things a woman can do. That's why a lot of the time when people say women are weak, I just like, no, that's not even right. Like that's not even right.
I think the problem is people are looking at lifting tables, all of that stuff now. But brother, there's a different type of strength, bro, and I've seen it.
There's a different type of strength, and I just feel like, you know, if you was doing it beforehand, you can definitely carry it on, and you know, obviously consult your caregiver, make sure everything's okay, because you don't want to, you know, bring any harm to you or the baby. But yeah, there's women that do it, and those women are amazing because damn, they're going hard.
Deadlifting, big
Women are
swear down, deadlifting.
Women are 100% strong. 100. Because remember, I say this all the time. God gave men physical, but women, they can take heartbreak, heart piercing,
mental,
they bounce
all
back.
of that.
That is the strongest. We now, one man, you collect one heartbreak, you become a vegetable. But that's true. It's not easy. But they're strong. So I think women, like, mentally, like, they can endure a lot, bro.
They have a mental strength like no other.
And I
which
feel like
is
that's
stronger
than a physical strength.
Yeah, which is stronger, exactly. Because that's how you're able to push a baby carry. Because you know, and then that's again, I think it's a gift and a curse, personally. Because that's why you guys behave crazy sometimes as well.
What do you mean?
Because there'll just be like
crazy?
A billion cells just running around in that head of you guys.
How did we get here?
We want to straighten our path, and now we've got
it's flipping tables.
It's not left, but I mean, it's just reality though. It is reality though. But I'm just saying, like, you lot can't tell me that a woman has not done something that spun you, but like you're like, huh? How do you even think of that?
It's because we're emotional. Not to say men aren't, because I hate when people say women are emotional. Like it's like to say men aren't. We're all emotional beings. 100%. Like, but we sort of like live based on emotions. Like our judgment is based on emotions. Like reaction is based off of emotion. Like, so of course you'll see a lot of women acting out because it's just emotion, man. Listen, hey, you want to deal with emotion? If emotion, you can't deal with emotions. You want to break my heart? Hey, I will die. No, listen, I've gone crazy a couple times. I've gone crazy a couple times. Like, but we love, when women love, we're loving for real. And then a man wants to come and rip our heart and dash it on the ground.
He didn't know any better. He didn't know any better. He didn't know any better.
Dymund. Okay, I don't know if you watched the episode of My Dad. My dad is Sweet Stick. I'm one of 16.
A woman connoisseur.
He's a top gal. I mean? So growing up seeing that with my uncles as well, I also wanted to experiment with many different women. Kakati. Very childish, very silly. I take accountability for it. But in my experimenting, I managed to hurt one human being, Bambi, bless her, someone's daughter. And she slashed my tires. Now, in my thinking,
you slicing
my tires. It's not going to take back the heartbreak. If anything, now I'm also heartbroken now because you sliced my tire. So now we're gonna go toe for toe.
Yeah.
Where's the logic in that when women do stuff like that?
Because we can't get you back. How are we supposed to get you back?
How?
We can't be. We're not gonna go and like cheat back. Like we can't do that. So we had to do something. We had to do something in the physical form in it to show our anger. And if it's your car, you probably had a lot of love for your car. Like,
I mean,
do you know
I
what
did
I mean?
love it, baby.
See, she probably knew that. She knew that. So you probably you spend more time with that car than that's why we should.
That's to hit you where it hurts. Your car in your pockets. Yeah.
Car in your pocket.
Car in your pocket. Yeah.
But you're lucky some woman will come and stab you in your sleep.
That's what I was
At least
saying.
you're tired that she slapped.
I count myself lucky.
Yes.
Count yourself lucky. Like, why are you even breaking hearts?
Why are you breaking hearts?
Hey,
You know what? It wasn't intentional.
It was. Do you know why? Let me tell you why.
Wow.
The guy calls himself the goddamn Sukali.
Oh, come on.
There's no
Sukali.
person. Do you know what Sukali means?
I know what Sukali. I'm
sugar.
Congolese.
She's
Sukali
Congolese.
is sugar.
There you go.
First
One
of all-
man walks around calling himself the goddamn Sukali that only dates one woman.
Camera, can I get the zoom because I need this.
You need to clear your name.
I need to take my name. I don't call myself the goddamn Sukali.
Oh, who calls you this?
That was a name that was given to me
By
he knows himself.
Oh, he's a guy.
Yeah. Double S. He used to call me that, the Galdem Sukali, the Galdem Bluebus. Then everybody started calling me it. For me, I just took Sukali. I don't add the Galdem.
You didn't add the Galdem.
I just call myself Sukali. Now, if you even want to add the Galdem, that's on you.
Okay, was you Sukali for one girl?
Yes.
Look his eyes. Sugar. Tell the truth so you may be set free, my friend.
Listen, I'm a one-woman person.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
good.
forevermore.
Praise God.
And I always have been.
Yeah.
You look your lips after this statement.
My lips are dry all of a sudden.
He's watching.
But no, in all seriousness, now definitely with women, I think I don't want to sound childish, but to be honest, watching my son be born just made me have whole different respect for women. Because this woman didn't even shed one tear. Do you know what I mean?
Mad.
She just overpushed.
And you were crying?
I was not crying.
You didn't cry?
I didn't
And
cry.
it's okay if you did.
I didn't cry.
I cried.
Yeah,
I'm not even trying to say I'm not a
tough
crier.
guy.
I'm not even that.
Yeah.
Me, I was so focused on just making sure this person stays alive. So I didn't thought she was going to do that. I'm very cynical like that.
Let me just say that a lot of women, especially women of colour, have lost their life
Exactly.
during childbirth.
Jeez, yeah, that's
And because
A lot.
she had a water birth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And with water births, they don't strap you to anything.
Yeah, you're free.
You're just very free. So in my head, I'm like, are you sure she's all right?
Yeah.
So
was you not in there with her in the water thing? Because that's sometimes you can go in the.
What do you mean in the water?
Yeah, and it's like water. You can go in the water. Yeah, you go with them. You say, but you didn't know this, did you? Look at you.
It's a pool.
Yeah, you can actually go in there with them. Yeah,
go in there with them. And
but you chose to stay out.
No, this one it wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay, yeah.
But anyway, the point is, they're very. You probably know better than me. They're very relaxed.
Very
Nothing
relaxed.
is strapped to you. So
Yeah.
my focus was on making sure this.
She's just running around in there.
Yeah, bro. It was.
What?
Hi.
But yeah, anyway, like I said, when the contractions start,
Yeah.
and you can see the outline of the baby, I'm like,
yeah. Have you ever felt the belly when there's contractions happening?
No, I didn't. I was scared.
You can feel it
Try on
moving.
your next
I was
one.
too
Try on
scared,
your.
yeah.
You can feel it
next
moving,
one.
innit?
It's hard.
Yeah.
Like the belly goes hard.
Is that pain? That's pain.
Yeah, so basically it's your muscles, so it contracts and then it pushes the child down.
You know, sometimes you get constipated. Sorry, I'm not trying to relate the two.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think that's the only pain I can relate.
Yeah.
You're
It's
sweating.
that
You're
even
sweating.
much
And I even start praying to God.
worse.
I said, God, if you get
Please.
me through this one,
No
I swear
way.
I'll never do it.
I'll eat my vegetables.
I have my daily fibre intake.
Have you ever pushed that but nothing's coming out?
Bro, I have to take a break.
You call everything because what you bring even child stool. You try me out. You got me left, right, up the hill.
Bro,
nothing is happening.
No way.
So imagine
Bring
what,
him. The whole wall.
imagine what women are going through.
Yeah. No, childbirth is the most
Crazy.
So I've actually I've got 5 kids,
Yeah.
but I've had
Shit.
4 pregnancies because I've got twins.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got
Hey.
twins. Yeah. So with
Tell
my
us about tell us about the twin. I want to know how you got through that.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you. With my first, it was a singleton, so one pregnancy.
Okay.
So we were planning to have the water birth, but he came so quickly. As soon as my waters broke, within like
Bang.
2 minutes, I didn't even make it to the delivery room.
Wow.
You cheated, basically. A lot of women would be jealous of you.
I know a lot of women.
That was easy.
Yeah, a lot of women. Oh my God, so
Yeah,
easy.
you had a quick labor.
It was really, really quick. And then with the twins, the pregnancy itself was okay. Even the labor, it wasn't that bad. Aside from the fact that and I had there was 9-10 doctors in the room, right? So everyone's like just speaking by eyes. No one's
that's the thing as well, but you know there's something going on.
I knew something was going on. So now I'm looking at my husband, I'm thinking, oh my God, like, babe, what's going on? What's going on? Turns out that everything was actually fine. The woman was holding the wrong place. So my daughter slipped out.
Did you not slap
and was
her?
in another position. For me, I was just like thankful that my daughter was alright, because you can hear heartbeat and then there's no heartbeat. Obviously you're thinking, oh my goodness, like what's happening? Yeah.
Wow.
And then with my fourth child, that was okay as well. But my fifth baby, have you guys heard of something called hyperemesis at all?
No.
Hyperemesis.
No, explain. No.
Hyperemesis is basically like severe morning sickness. So if there's any women out there that have had like morning sickness, hyperemesis is like 50,000 times worse. Like you're vomiting constantly, you can't eat, you lose weight. Just endless visits to the hospital. You have to get IV fluids, you have to be medicated. That's literally what I went through, like from the beginning of my pregnancy all the way to the end of my pregnancy. I was just sick all the time. So with my fifth baby, it was the worst. And then I had a pituitary gland, which is the gland that produces hormones. Mine had swollen, so I lost my eyesight. I couldn't see. Yeah, I couldn't see because it was pressing up against my focal point. So pregnancy in itself, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like the amount of ways that your body changes as a woman. That's why you said it was until you saw the birth of your daughter.
My son.
Your son. You had respect for. For me, is when I had my baby. Okay, it's when I had my first child. I was like, no. Pregnancy is not a joke. So just going back to saying, like, you know, a lot of women, especially women of color, they lose their life during childbirth.
But why do you think that is? Why is it such an alarming rate, though? Is it because, you know, they're not being paid right attention to? People
as well as that.
They're paying attention to the wrong, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not the wrong, let me not say, they're prioritizing.
Yeah, as well as that. So women of color, I found, only speaking with women that look like myself, we have a very high pain tolerance.
Right.
And I think that's not good.
Yeah.
Especially to portray it. Like, I get it, you can have a high pain tolerance, but if you're showing it to the doctors and the nurses that you can handle all this pain, they'll just leave you to it, you know? Because I don't know what it is. I can't, you know, allege anything, but I really think somewhere within like the medical field, they dropped the ball somewhere in terms of thinking that people of color can handle pain a lot more than our counterparts. And I think that's a lot to do with it. Like, when you're in pain, women, you need to say that you're in pain. It's okay to ask for help. Like, we're not super women. We feel pain just like our other races. So I feel that's one thing. Another thing is just that I feel like a lot of these doctors or just the medical industry don't pay a lot of attention to women of color. They don't do that.
And they're not really believed, are you? Anyway, even when you do speak up and say I'm in pain, they're not believed.
We're not believed.
They think they're being childish.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is as well, yeah? 'Cause you see with, obviously, in terms of us of colour, I feel like because of, like, especially where we come from, that negative thing around death, hospital, all that stuff, it also plays a part when it comes to situations like this. It's like, you might be going through mad pain, but we're trying to avoid being in that environment as much as possible. So sometimes that can also cloud.
100%.
Like, I can handle it. I just want to go home. But
or we go in when we're too late. It's too late.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You've
had the same pain for how long, and you just decided to stay at home. I'll take paracetamol.
I'll
take paracetamol.
Yeah.
Or I'll drink. Another thing, oh my God, my uncle used to do this. Whenever he was in pain, he'll drink like, it's called tangawisi, and it's basically like ginger, like grind the grind. So it's like ginger, like herbal stuff, and they'll rather drink that than just go to the hospital. You know, these times you need like an operation when you're there drinking tangawisi.
Nigeria, that's like all these trees, and then they chop all of them, and that's what they drink. They're not going to hospital for nobody.
They're not going to hospital.
They're on their deathbed.
They're
not going to hospital for nobody.
When it comes to women as well, because you know, I like to read sometimes, and a lot of gynecologists.
You said gynecologist.
The father, or the one in America anyway, I forgot his name, I should have come with my facts, but they used to they learn off of black women, slaves.
Yeah.
They would do operations on them without no anesthesia. And a lot of them would make it actually through the surgery. Right. No, and it's like, because I don't know how that's got passed down generation to generation.
I think that's where that's the root. Yeah. You're right. That's the root of, this whole thinking of, black people just have a high tolerance. Yeah, you're right about that.
It's now still prevalent today.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know facts, but I'm sure somehow in the medical field, they must have said, black people can handle pain.
Yeah.
So if they ask for, assistance, don't give it to them straight away. But whereas I say, we need to ask for it. It's okay to ask for it. Like when, again, each to their own. But when I was pregnant, a lot of women were telling me, don't get the epidural. Don't get the epidural. Don't get the epidural.
Why is that?
Because I hear that a lot. Because even me, I was telling the mother, don't get the epidural. I don't know why I was saying it. Can you imagine? And now I think back on it, I was actually like, it's kind of mansplaining on me. It was kind of a bit misogynist because I was like, you're not getting an epidural. I'm not the one that's pregnant.
Imagine.
But I'm just like, don't get an epidural. Because I've heard getting an epidural kind of makes you...
It causes back pain.
And
there's a lot of side effects.
Yeah, and there's a lot of side effects.
My dad never got epidural.
So why should you? Look at you.
But now look back on it.
So a lot of people said that to me as well. Like, but I found myself in a position where, so with my daughter, her heartbeat was a little bit slower than my son's. So then, if I didn't get the epidural, the next thing would have been me getting a C-section. So then I had to be induced. And when I was induced, it's like basically synthetic contractions. Okay. So it comes on much more heavier, full on, thick.
And then you need that.
I was in a lot of pain. So I opted for it. You know, whereas a lot of the aunties were like, don't get it. Even when I got it, Zoba, like, you're stupid. Like, why did you get the epidural? You're gonna have back pain. But my thing is just like, I could have lost my life. Like
you wasn't in there with me. What are you talking about?
You weren't in there with me.
What are you talking about?
I was in a lot of pain. I was crying. I couldn't anymore. And it got to a point where it's like, if I couldn't push these kids out, then the next thing was a C-section. Now I can't have a C-section.
Nobody don't want that.
I've just had twins.
Yeah.
My mum don't live that close to me. How am I supposed to handle? I've already got a baby. My son was 3 at the time.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to have a 3-year-old, have newborn twins, and a C-section.
You're moving mad.
I was like, give me the epidural.
And apart from usually, are you not like anyway, but are you planning on having more?
No, I'm not planning to have any more.
Okay.
Let me just say, because everyone asks, they're like, I've got 5. Oh my God, are you planning to have any more? I'm not planning to have any more. I actually got, I don't know, too much information, whatever. We've already spoken with family. So with my 4th baby, I actually got pregnant on the injection. So I wasn't even planning. The 4th baby was
that's the after.
That was supposed to be that's it. So I was actually on contraception when I got pregnant.
Hey, this Mr. Man. This Mr. Man. No, the reason why I was asking is only because with the C, because if you have with the C-section, if you're gonna get pregnant again, is a lot more complicated. That's what I was asking.
And it's most likely that you'll have.
It's gonna be C-section. It's gonna be C-section.
These companies. How are you getting pregnant on the injection? I'm even scared now.
That's mad.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I could not.
My second one was like that.
Oh yeah.
Rose was like that as well. That's why they're literally just a year apart. It was like that.
You weren't expecting it.
No, I was not. I never expected it.
But also, again, I'm so happy you're here to talk about these things because I have these questions, but something I don't know who to ask. I always thought if you had twins, you had to have a C-section.
So you can have
natural birth.
A natural birth. My mum's got twins. I've got twin brothers. So my
like
mum's
a
twin.
Thing,
My mum's a twin. I've got twin brothers. My dad played away from home and had twins somewhere else.
That's bad.
So my
auntie's a twin. So my mum's sister's also a twin. But all the twins come from my side. My husband ain't got no twins.
But you got your side is riddled with twins. That's why.
What do you call your twins, by the way?
Timba and Zuzi.
What do you lot do?
So Timba is the oldest. Zuzi is the twin.
Timba, Zuzi.
And is that both boy and girl?
Yeah, boy and girl.
Doesn't matter what.
It don't matter what sex. Yeah. And if you have triplets, it's Timba and Zuzi and Landu.
Okay.
What are yours?
Ours is Waswan Kator for boys.
Okay.
Babidia and Nakato for girls.
Oh really? Okay. I love the fact that it's masculine and feminine.
We have some as well.
Yeah. What's yours?
Tai Kende.
Oh really?
Kende means second to come.
And that's intersex,
Yeah, Tai Kende.
Oh.
Do you know yours?
I don't think we have name. I know what they call it, but I don't know if they just say Ejima. That's true.
Ejima.
Yeah,
but I don't know if they ain't got individual names. Nah, they don't.
I've heard Ejima.
Ejima is twins.
So anyone that says Ejima, they're twins.
Yeah, Ejima.
I've heard that name in Nollywood movies. Ejima. Take that pot from the stove, from the firewood.
From the firewood.
Wow, how do you say? Love corridor, Eduma.
So you're a mother of 5 children. You're a big time like influencer, fashion, everything.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
No,
I don't know. Please ask this question.
How do you
ask this question, please.
And then you're also cooking.
Yeah, I have to cook for my
setting
tribe.
up cleaning, setting up the fridge, raising 5 kids, raising a husband.
Oh, by the way, because men are babies.
Yes.
And you know what? Speaking of that, though, when
Yeah.
I, before you get married, your family sit you down and they give you advice. They said to me that your husband is your first baby.
Yes.
I did not believe that.
That's fact.
They gave you the best advice.
Not believe
That's
that.
facts.
I understand now.
Yeah, baby.
That's fact.
Now I understand.
Men too, we like sleeping on chairs. It's a safe space.
It's a safe space.
This one.
We even had an episode here where we openly discussed.
Yes.
Some of us have tested breast milk.
Some
of us.
I'm yet to.
And some of us over-enjoyed. Because we are also what? Babies. Men are babies. But how are you juggling it all?
Do you know what it is? So first of all, I always give credit to my family because I have the most amazing kids and the most supportive and amazing husband. Like I wouldn't be able to do half of the stuff I do without the support that I have. You know, like God knows what he's doing when he blesses you. Do you know what I mean? He really does. Like, so my kids haven't been, touch wood, God please continue blessing me, touch wood. But I haven't had no troublesome kids. Like, you know, some babies, they don't sleep through the night, they have issues like picky eaters and stuff like that. I haven't had none of that. They're really kind to each other. They listen, they support me as well. And my husband supports me. For me to even be in the position that I'm in is because of him. He planted the seed. Like one day he was just like, babe, you should like try. Like, you can do I started on YouTube first. He's like, you can do YouTube. Come on, try it. So he bought me my first camera, my first lighting, first background, first everything. Yeah. So he really, really supports me. But with that being said, like I micromanage everything. Like there's nothing that do you know what I mean?
By the way.
Hardly.
I can imagine.
Hardly. Yeah, but I micromanage everything and that's the only way I stay on top. And you know, a lot of people ask, can women do it all? No, I don't think they can do it all at once. Can we do it all? Yes. Not at once. You know, because you can't give 100% in everything.
Yeah,
by the way.
You know?
Somewhere will lack.
Somewhere will absolutely lack. So on some days my house looks like a total tip. You know, it looks like a total tip. Especially when I'm doing like content creating and I'm out there in the fields, you know.
Do you do all the editing yourself as well?
Yeah, all the editing by myself.
I know that.
Yeah, literally I do everything. I'm the director, the
producer,
all of the sound engineer, everything. I do all of that myself. So I just micromanage everything. And another thing as well is like how I do it is I give myself time. Social media, if today is shut down, I still have a life.
I still have a life, exactly.
Outside of it.
Facts.
You know, so I'm not going to come and die for social media. You know, some days if I can't do it here, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not going to overwork.
I don't agree with that. Sometimes you're posting 5 things every day. There's no days where you're not posting.
No, I have my days.
How you manage to do that? I see your line every day.
Thank
I'm not gonna lie.
Superwoman,
every day I see your line.
But that's where the micromanagement comes into it.
Nah,
so I already know
amazing.
like this is what I'm gonna post tomorrow. I already have my captions ready. I just copy and paste.
Like
just copy and paste it on there.
Sick.
How do they say it? Organize.
Yeah, every literally.
This guy, don't start the vibe here.
I love how you just naturally get. You know when some people have kids and husbands and you see them do content like that, it's a bit forced, but you're natural. Like, are they just all natural superstars, or do you have to say hey?
There's a lot of hey. There's a lot of hey.
It looks
the one in the Greenwich Park.
Oh no, not even that. My favorite one.
Banging.
Maybe it's in my. I don't know if you look like. It was the bombastic side eye.
Oh yeah. That was easy. That took like 5 minutes.
That's their natural side eye.
Yeah.
No,
that took like 5 minutes. So it was Easter.
Yeah.
And then we were going out to eat, And I was like, oh my God, let's do the bombastic side-eye thing. And we literally did it before we went to dinner. Yeah, like we did it in like
and you know
5
what's nuts?
minutes.
Your kids must love you because it's like, you're like this fun. I'm sure like, obviously you have your time. And knowing, I know there's times where, listen, if you don't go. But at the same time, like, you know, like that fun mom sporadic, like, yo, we could be. And sometimes when I watch some of you lot content, even like Mr. Man, your man as well, he jumps in and they do that for like a family. I'm like, this is amazing. Like you're doing content, you're influenced, at the same time you're having fun with your family. You're killing all birds with one stone.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
Crazy.
It comes from me coming from a childhood that wasn't like that. Okay. You know what I mean? Like we wasn't allowed to have fun. What's fun?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're not joking around with your parents.
Yeah.
Facts.
Sometimes we couldn't even sit in the living room with our parents.
More times you can't sit in the living room.
What? Sit in the living room, watch TV. Are you okay?
And if you're there, you're going to be on the floor.
You're going to be on the floor. Do you know what I mean? And you're not watching what you want.
No. You got to watch what they want.
Yeah.
CNN and all them.
Exactly. So a lot of that just came from that. Like I just want to give my kids just a childhood that they can grow up and they can talk to their kids about.
Is your husband Congolese as well?
He is, yeah.
Okay, does that make things culture-wise easier?
Much easier. And to think back in the days when I was younger, I was like, I would never marry a Congolese man. Never. I did not.
Why do people say that? Because even Ugandan women say, I would never marry Uganda. What makes women hate their own countrymen?
I think a lot of it is just by what we see. Do you know what I mean? If you're seeing your dad perhaps not treating mum in a nice way, in your mind already you decide.
But men are trash everywhere, by the way.
That's the thing.
Everywhere.
That's the thing. Men are trash. I mean, lucky for me. Another thing I did as well, though, I did have very positive Congolese men in my life. Okay. But then what I would do is I would listen to what other people were saying. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So then me growing up, then I'm like, Congolese man. We used to call them by score.
I can't lie, Congolese people are cheap.
Hey, what does bicycle mean?
I like them.
Yeah, funny. It's called like just jokers.
They're not serious.
Not serious. Like, and it's not really by anything that I experience. It's just by what other people used to say. So then me growing up, I'm like, oh no, I'll never date a Congolese man. But I made a really, really good choice.
We can see it by the way.
Yeah.
And like in this day and age, obviously, like a lot of people, marriage is in decline. You know what I mean? Divorces are up. People are no longer aspiring to marriage. What are your views on marriage in this day and age? Being that your marriage looks very successful, by the way. Write a book.
Thank you. Listen, first of all, marriage is not easy. So as much as I can post happy whatever, it looks all perfect on online, it takes a lot of work. You know, marriage, I think 2 people have to want it. It only takes one person to not want it for it to fail, to fall apart. You know, so I mean, I don't understand. First of all, I think social media is very much to blame on a lot of stuff as to why marriage is on a decline. Marriage is seen like it's a slave contract. You know, I remember one time, I was doing you know when Clubhouse was like popping around like during the COVID.
Good times.
Me and my girl, we decided that we were gonna hold like a Clubhouse room and we were just basically speaking about women being submissive. I got flogged.
Hey, I could imagine.
I got flogged. Pick me. And you know why? All because I said that there's power in women being submissive.
They don't understand that.
They don't understand
it went over
that.
their head.
It went over their head. I got flogged on Twitter. I got flogged on Clubhouse. And since that happened, I've never gone back to Clubhouse. That was my first and my last room. They
chased you away.
They chased me away because the amount of women that came at me for saying that comment, I didn't understand. Instead of them asking, like, what do you mean by that? Can you elaborate? They just took it as, oh, you're a pick-me. But I really feel like I know that there is power in being submissive. There's power in allowing your man to lead. There's power because I think when you're submissive to your man, right, already you are... You know how they say, oh, equality, but I feel like we're chasing after equality in the wrong ways. Yes. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if you're to play your role as a woman and let the man play his role as a man, the man will always uplift you.
But you see now,
no,
drop the mic. No. You see when we all agree.
What more do we want to say?
There's power in the blood of Jesus.
Amen.
There's power in submission as well, but to the right man, not just to anybody.
To take it deeper,
listen to what she's saying.
To take it deeper, me as a woman, if I've decided to submit to a man, that's already the right decision.
Yes.
Because there's because a lot of women say, oh, you have to submit to the right man. Of course.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
else are you submitting to?
Yeah. No, 100%. But I think that, speaking on that, yeah, I feel like that submission aspect, yeah, it comes from the individual. Naturally, that's how you
100%,
are.
yeah.
You understand? It's not something that you just feel like you're just being you. It's not something that feels like, like I'm putting it on. That's the thing. So I feel like it needs to come from that place where naturally that's your behavior anyways. Like add to that. Because if that's your behavior, it's not going to feel like
force.
It's a transaction.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean something?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's what I was going to say to you. The problem is the word. The word in itself is triggering to a lot of women.
Yes.
It's almost like when you talk about slavery.
Right? But it's not that.
It almost takes you back. So I think when you talk about submissive, women are thinking back to the 70s and the 60s, where it's like women are staying at home, not working, just, you know what I mean? That's automatically, and that's why it's triggered. But when we're talking about that, we're not talking submissive on that level, because in 2023, you can't even live like that anymore. Anyway,
society won't allow you to.
There you go. Yeah. But what we're talking is having that understanding and listen, let this person just take the lead in certain things. Have an understanding. Don't try and compete with your man on everything. Everything
it's only gonna go sour.
Exactly. Don't work that way.
Because sometimes I find myself where my missus when I come to can you help me open this, please? You understand? You have to use manpower.
It makes you feel useful, innit? Like you're useful for something.
Sometimes as a woman, just do that. Just do it.
But obviously,
do you know what I mean? Just take the I can open it, but I'm just gonna give it to my husband and just.
Even so, when that happens, you just feel like, okay, cool.
I'm useful.
You understand?
No, men like to feel needed, bro.
Men, that's the number one.
We like to feel needed.
Feel like what?
How can I be in a relationship with you, but you do everything? So what am I here for then? That's why you talk to me anyhow. Because again, and I feel like that's where even when you talk about like it takes two people to run a marriage and all of that, and that is the truth, is because once you outdo me on everything, so now you can do everything now. It's very easy for you to now start thinking, what do I need you for? That's what you hear that. So what do I need you for? What do I need you for? And it don't work. Like life don't work that way, man.
My sister, can you give me an example of submission that some women might be like, no, that's I couldn't do that.
That's a good one.
Do you have anything that comes to mind?
Well, for me, I can just say off the top of my head, it's like the majority of like the decisions. If there's an idea, I want my husband to speak first on it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Like even if in the back of my head, I already know which way I want it to go. You know what I mean? Like, but I let him make the decision, or he'll be like, "Oh, babe, what do you think?" But it's about letting him be the man. You know what I mean?
And then you can be like, "Oh, but babe, we can add that and add that, right?" I'm like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and it will go with my idea.
Yeah, exactly.
And are your circle of friends of the same fruition? Like, because a lot of some. No, let me keep my words carefully. You have to some women, and I know that because I've got 7 sisters, consult with their group chat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And be like, man's done this. Are your friends also of the submission?
Of this like-minded, basically.
Yeah, First of all, this is the thing, right? Just because another woman is married, it doesn't necessarily mean that she will give you good advice.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Facts,
so for me, it's just it's not even about you can have single friends, then they will give you the best advice.
That is true.
Do you know what I mean? Because they're out there. Say for example, you're going through turmoil with your husband and you're thinking about divorce. A single friend can come and be like, do you know what? Stay there. There's nothing out here. Work on it. So for me, I don't always think, just because a woman is married, she will give you the best advice. I've seen some married women do some dirt. I've seen them do some dirt. So for me, I don't have a group chat or whatever. I don't even really speak to my friends like that about my marriage. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if things... First of all, we go therapy, me and my husband. So and we have an older couple who we speak to regularly.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Not
family.
No.
Okay.
You guys are set.
Okay, good. That's
There's probably just once I went to speak to my partner's dad, but that was just like a one-off. Like, but I really believe like sometimes just keep it in house. Okay. Not everything you have to go and run off with your friends.
You know what's sick? You lot have a brilliant foundation. I remember Uzi, remember we used to talk about this in the past. Some of the past situations you've been in, and we're all talking about like how amazing it would have been if women have like someone older, someone like they actually like mentor, like kind of thing, someone that can actually even both as a couple, have someone that you look up to, someone that can actually give you advice, someone that's already done it, someone that's doing it. And from everything you're saying is like, you lot have all the right things in the right places.
Yeah, no, it took
which
a lot
is
of
amazing.
work, though.
That's amazing.
It took a lot of work. You have to be very intentional about it, because otherwise, what's the plan? Like, where are we going?
Okay, so what would your like final message be to like this generation in terms of marriage? Like,
and especially for women out there that they don't see the value in marriage or anything like that. Yeah, what's your take for them?
I would say, whatever idea you have of marriage, whether you're pro or against it, let it be your own, and have a plan. A lot of women say they don't want kids, they don't want to be married publicly, but secretly they really do want it. So my thing is just be honest within yourself and know that things happen in trends, things go viral, do you know what I mean? But when you're left alone in the dark or whatever, it's literally you and yourself. So if it's truly marriage you don't want, then kudos to you. But if it is marriage that you want, like, just watch the words that you're putting out there, and just remember that you make a sort of have an idea of marriage for what it is that you want it to be. Yeah, like, you're going to attract whoever where you're at. Like, people meet you where you're at. So if you're at a point where it's a bit whatever funny, that's the type of people you're going to attract. So perhaps even just work on yourself and know, what do you want from a man?
There you go. Work on yourself.
You heard that from Dymund herself. So,
and I don't know everything, but I'm just saying, in my opinion.
This is your truth.
Exactly. Your show.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
Come on, my sister.
And what do you have in the pipeline? Anything where people can find you? All of that stuff. Anything you have coming out?
So guys, you can follow me on my Instagram at Dymund, Dymund. Also on TikTok at Dymund.diva. I'm also a YouTuber, so Dymund. And you guys just look out for more content. Hopefully I'll be back on here.
Content for the head top.
You are coming back because we need to do
we need to do this part 100%.
And just a massive shout out to you guys for having me on here.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed myself. You guys
Can we keep our mic?
Yeah.
Can we keep our mic?
Yeah, keep it. Listen, I wouldn't be here if I thought you lot needed to dash your mics away. So keep at it,
you
boys,
heard it
man.
from Dymund, so leave us alone.
We've been your boys, in my opinion. Make sure you subscribe to Dymund YouTube, follow all her content. Let us know in the comments what you think of the episode. And till next time.
Peace.
Yes, it's your boy DT, and this is the IMO podcast. We are here live at the London Podcast Studio. Use code IMO20 to get 20% off. Peace.
Shout out Amaka, Andrea, and Obi. They're steady working, so we balling like Kobe.